First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Right? So, me and Mahar are going to go into Romans chapter 9 today. That's subject to change if somebody comes up. If the Spirit, if the Spirit will. Lord willing, we get through the whole Romans chapter 9, but it may change, you know what I'm saying? Somebody may come up. We already had 2 Edomite women come up just being weird. One asking for cigarettes, one being disrespectful. You got a speaker with no tools? It's like, bro, that's rude. I'll just do that. But, what's up, bro? Come holler at us real quick.
2 minutes.
Real quick.
I couldn't even see. I think he said 1 moment. Maybe.
But we might know him. It might be old buddy. But Malachi, go to Romans chapter 9. We're going over Romans chapter 9 again because that's what I'm here.
Yeah, here. I'm finna let you watch.
What's up, man?
What's up with it, Poop?
What's up? Oh, we talking. Come right up front for me, bro. So, do you know what we on or no? You know what we on, so you've heard about it. What do you think about it?
My belief is I'm in all religions.
You believe in all religions? How does that work? Explain that to me.
It's like a telephone. If I put that telephone in his ear, tell him in his ear, tell that man, come back to me, it's gonna be a whole different story.
Okay.
It's like a belief of like there's a little bit of truth in everything.
There's a little bit of truth in everything. Okay, I can kind of see that. Which one do you hold to most? Because in this book, it's a certain discipline we have to abide by. In the Quran, there's a certain discipline you have to abide by. In Buddhism, there's a certain discipline you have to abide by. The 42 laws of Ma'at, there's a certain discipline you have to abide by. We cannot abide in this and also abide in the rest. You want me to explain why? The scripture says you shall have no other gods before me. That's what the Most High God said. He goes so much into it that if we get down with the other religions, he said that we should be put to death. So if I believe in this, it conflicts with the rest. That's why I was confused. I'm like, okay, how does that work? Because you're talking about, I think I used to see it on cards. It was like coexist, right? And they got all the religions kind of lined up together. There is no coexisting now, because the Most High God, he likes division. He likes things in a certain way. If there's no division, if there's not order, we have chaos. You see what I'm saying? So if I abide by the Holy Bible's discipline, I can't abide by Egyptian discipline. It's going to conflict, right? In the scripture it says you can't serve 2 masters because you're gonna end up following one more than the other. So that's why I asked you, which discipline do you fall in more and most? Okay.
Take that and say in this book, that book,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what you use, the higher power.
Mm-hmm.
So saying you can't take stuff from other books is the thing that's saying like I'm a point guard, but I can't take a post game from a center. That don't make no sense. I can still learn how to post up from the center just because I'm a point guard.
Yeah. Now I didn't say you couldn't learn. I didn't say you couldn't learn from something. I'm saying believing in something. That's what I'm talking about. Serving something.
My belief in my servant is in my higher power.
Okay, so if this higher power tells you something that conflicts with the higher power in the Quran, then what?
It goes on my judgment of how I feel what's the best that provides for me.
So it goes off how you feel?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's where a problem comes into play, right?
It's like saying just because I could believe in something that might say gay or a thing don't mean I have to that treat. Just because some like the religion that has like treat where they treat gays as they're non-human doesn't mean I have to.
glad you brought that up as an example. I'm glad you brought that up as an example. Because this higher power in this Bible says that it's not okay to be gay. Right? Is there another higher power that says that? There is? Okay. So then I'm pretty sure we're going to come to a standpoint, because I know in Kemet or in Egyptology they have higher powers that say it's okay to be gay. Right? What do we rock with? Are we going off feelings? Because if we're going off feelings, there's certain high powers, certain gods that believe it's okay to kill. Do you believe it's okay to kill? Like what? Explain.
I don't believe it's okay if I walk up, put out my gun, and start shooting, in the head.
Okay.
No, I believe if
In a lawful killing.
in a lawful killing.
A lawful killing.
If I was sitting there and the person started attacking me and start shooting me, I believe that person.
What if I told you I feel like it's okay for me to have just murder people?
That'd be yours to believe.
And it's okay?
It's okay.
Ah, man, that's chaos.
But you live by what you live by.
I know.
At the end of the day, your life that you live is your life. So whatever you believe in, I can say it's people that gang bang and people like they shouldn't gang bang. But at the end of the day, if that person woke up and they want to live their life and they want to be the biggest gang bang and they die being the biggest gang bang, that person lived their life at the fullest that they want to live that. That's their life. They lived that. They did that. They lived everything in that, and they were probably happy with the way they lived. They died in that environment. That might have not been your happiness. That might have not been your vision. That chaos that they had in their life might not be what you wanted to have in your life.
So it's okay if I go off into drugs and become a crackhead and deal with meth, because I'm the most happiest in that.
That's you're happy.
I can't. Here's why I can't agree. Because you're thinking from a one person aspect. A nation can't be built like that. And here's why. Here's why. That's a great point. A nation will never be built like that. That's problematic. Here's why. If you have a child, I don't know if you have a child or not. If you have a child, and I believe it's okay for me to come up and let's say I believe it's okay to enact pedophilia upon that child. Is that okay with you?
If that's how you feel.
So if I enact pedophilia upon your child, that's okay.
And then whatever it's like whatever comes with it. Like if I sit there and slap a female, I know she got an uncle, a brother, and a cousin, and a sister. I know that's what comes with it. They're gonna enact discipline. They're gonna enact discipline on that. But judgment. Just as me, I know that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can't sit there and expect to enact pedophilia on the child and not be a repercussion. But so at the end of the day, like it sounds like, I mean, you can put so much control on what happens in this lifestyle that we live. There's only so much control you can put on it. You can hammer knowledge into somebody all the time and they can still go fail a test. They be like, I studied for months for this. It doesn't mean they're gonna actually take it and learn from it and actually put it into use.
And here's the point. Here's where the scriptures come into play. Hold on. Here's where the scriptures come into play, right? The Most High God, our high power told us, if we keep hammering information into this person and he doesn't get it, he says, put him to death. That way wickedness be out of Israel, right? Because in our religion, pedophilia is not okay. You can't build a nation like that. Homosexuality is not okay. You can't take two men and go build a nation with two men. That's not how it works. We can't go off, well, I feel like I'm okay and I'm happy with this. If I feel like I'm okay and I'm happy with doing drugs, I'm gonna destroy my life. No matter how fucking happy I am, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna be healthy. I'm not gonna live to my fullest potential. You see how you explain full potential versus how I explain full potential is totally different. My full potential is not based off happiness. My full potential is based off of duty.
Right.
My full potential is based off of what I have to do as a man for my child, my responsibilities, my wife, my kids, and my nation.
That's right. What you heard a lot about? You heard you say "my" a lot.
Yeah.
And that's for yours.
Yeah.
And that's what comes with it.
My nation, my people. That's us.
But to put a dividend is problematic as well.
How?
To say, hey, we're over here and we're gonna do our thing, and y'all stay over there. is a problematic anyway. Because if I did that same, if you do that same thing, like growing up in high school with the poppers, it's problematic because you always gonna have somebody who want to do harm to you because they feel outside of this nation that you built.
But here's the thing, it's not so much that they feel outside the nation. We accepting people. It's just you can't come in here thinking that this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. Like I said, when there's no rules, there's no order. That's a literal definition of chaos. No order. You must have order or there will be chaos. Chaos is not good. Chaos is not okay. People die in chaos. People get hurt in chaos. You don't build a nation in chaos. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's not about how.
Nation was actually built in chaos. Most of the majority of the stuff that was built was born on slavery. Slavery was born in chaos.
What do you mean?
It's for pyramids were built out of chaos. Like that was built out of full-on slavery.
You didn't hear the definition of chaos.
What was that? No structure?
No order. There's a lot of order in slavery. There's a lot of, that's how you keep the slaves in order. That's a lot of order.
Do you not say it's chaos as well?
No, that's not the definition. Is it wrong? Maybe. It's not chaotic. It's not chaos. Chaos is no order. I'm going based off the definition. No order. That's all I'm saying. You can look up something?
Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking.
I want your full attention, brother. I'm gonna wait. I don't have no problem. Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
It says, there's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is the way of death. So you might think that it's right, but the ultimate God that created all of us and everything, he told us and gave us instructions and orders what we're supposed to be doing and how we're supposed to be keeping it. Now, I might feel that there's a certain way that may seem right to me, but the end thereof is death, it's corruption, it's out of order, it's chaos, like he's saying. That's not something that we should be following. Our ancestors before us, they walked and they fell in holes so that we wouldn't fall in those same holes. They said, this way you shouldn't go, follow this path. And now what we do is we disregard our ancestors that have followed in those same holes, and we say, no, we're going to do what we want to do because this is how I feel. But our ancestors already said, hey, our ancestors made an oath with the God. They made a blood covenant with the Creator, and that's who we're supposed to be following and obeying. And this is why we're cursed today.
For a fact, that's why we curse, for sure. I'm going to read this. I know you got a point too, but
Y'all tell me stuff that I also believe.
yeah.
To say that I believe in all believe I also believe in all. But let me ask y'all a question. How many books have y'all read? Besides this one?
We read all kind of books. We into theology. We study all religions. But
Okay, cool.
but that's the difference I was going to touch on.
That's
Because
cool
I
that
can
y'all
meet you
say
there.
that because there's a lot of people that sit there and
It's a reason
break
why
books
we
down and they never read any other books. How
Yeah.
y'all gonna sit there and tell me about a book that y'all never took the chance
Which one you got?
to read? I mean, I read them all.
Which one you got?
I read them all. I read the Quran.
Talk about one.
I done read
There we go.
Holy Bible. I done read every book there is. I just want to make sure that
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it's not coming from a one tunnel vision look at it.
Nah,
and
nah.
I believe in everything I do, but also chaos is also confusing.
because it's not in
slavery was
order.
not confusing.
So I will touch
This
on that
order
point.
is chaos. This order is chaos. But
If they do it,
confusion
if
is
they do it
also-
on purpose, it could be in order. You know what I'm saying? People, I mean, America, they cause disorder in the states on purpose. You know what I'm saying? But it's controlled chaos. They set out all of these different things, all of these different ways to believe, all of these different people. You can be whoever the hell you want to. A little boy can say, I want to be a little girl. They do them things on purpose. But we can say that they doing it on purpose. It has order to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not one-sided on the Bible because we was just taught the Bible and our parents was Christian in Christianity. That's not why we fully believe in the Bible. We deal with the Bible because a big part of it, one thing that I see that a lot of different religions don't have is prophecy. A lot of religions don't have prophecy, and that's one of the main things that makes. Mind you, the Bible is one of the older. Bible predates the Quran by hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the further you can go into history, that's what people usually try and deal with. That's why people trying to go into Kemet, trying to go into Egyptology. You know, people want to go back as far as they can. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why we're gonna stay 10 toes on the Bible is because the things that the Bible said was gonna happen.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's too relatable. It's too on point. It's too on point. But let me grab this. So, taking away stuff from different religions, we understand that there's wisdom in all kind of things. We can take wisdom. Hey, they say this: a wise man can learn from a fool, but a fool can't learn from a wise man. I use this, this parable or this proverb, this worldly proverb, to teach that we can learn from other religions. There's things that other religions might say, and we're like, bro, I seen that over here. You know what I'm saying? King David was moving like that for this reason right here. But the problem comes right here. We're going to get Deuteronomy chapter 6.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
Right?
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
My main point is this. You can study different religions and you can believe in all religions, but you can't serve every god of those religions. Why? Because they're going to contradict each other. So you can't literally serve all of these gods. You literally got to pick one, because the way you serve these gods is different. If we're going to serve the Most High, he explains how you serve them. He gives you a black and white, you see it. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. That's how you serve God, because he said he commanded you to do this. We're supposed to be servants. That's the problem with Christianity. That's the problem with being a Baptist. That's the problem with being a Catholic. That's the problem with a lot of these religions. America got their famous in everybody. Nobody really truly serve anybody. A lot of times people just serve themselves. A lot of people just want to do their own thing and have their own way of thinking and go about life their own way. But there's no way that this earth could have been created by somebody who wasn't them. What's the word? Omnipotent. There's no way that this could have came about. Some people believe in science, so I'm kind of cutting that down. There's no way. There has to be a God. There has to be a bigger guy somewhere out there. But now the question is, how do we serve him? We can't go get piece by piece from every religion. Those are different guys. We gotta pick one and serve them. And we chose to pick Yahweh. Reason is, it's too much. It's backed up with too much history. It's backed up with archaeology. It's backed up with prophecies. But when we go into these different religions, they don't have prophecies. How can you really dive into it and get the understanding? They don't really got it. It's not backed up by anything. Ours gonna be backed up. I'm gonna go with, if you tell me something's gonna happen a year from now on a certain date, and I'm gonna consider. I'm like, that man know what he was talking about. That's how I feel about the Bible. I can't really get that in damn Egyptology. I can't really get that in the Quran. The Quran don't really got no prophecies like that.
Right.
I can't really, and even in the Quran, they tell you the Most High God favored the Israelites over everybody. We know, and we got it. This is a big problem with our community. We don't have no identity. Like if I ask you, you already know this. You know the classics. Well, what's your identity? What's your nationality? Who are you? Guess what all of our people gonna say? Well, I'm black. That don't get us nowhere. There's no country. There's no land. There's no army for the black people. We don't have a currency. We don't have nothing. We identify as a color. Well, you ask any other guy, he's not gonna say he's a color. We will say we're a color. We need our identity back. And when we get our identity, we need something that's gonna govern our people. But if everybody believe what you believe in, we can't govern ourselves, because you're gonna have people saying, I believe in everything. Well, I believe I can do this. Well, I believe, but we can't go off of everything.
Right.
For us to come together, we gotta be on one goal. We gotta be on one accord. We gotta have one thing in mind. This is what we're gonna do. This is how we do it, and that's how people come together. That's why black people have a hard time of just getting together. Niggas be on different times. Niggas be having different ideas. You can't even reach a damn goal and have a successful damn barbecue because niggas just on different time. But if everybody was on one time, it'll be successful.
This is Amos 3:3.
Bring it out.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Two people, just like you and your wife, y'all can't really go nowhere in y'all relationship if y'all not on the same page. Y'all can't really build the family if she can't get on your page. No, I want my family to look like this. If she can't buy into that, this shit ain't gonna work. Or you gonna have to yield your power and you gonna have to get down with her program. It can't be, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna go right and I'm gonna go left. We can't do that. And as a nation, we need to come together. Everybody come together, bro. Everybody. So on a larger level, we need something, because you can feel this way. You can feel like it's okay to to do pedophilia. I can feel like it's not okay. What do? How do we squash it? Who's right? Who's wrong? What's the authoritative? Who's authoritative right here? What do we do? Because we're going all off feelings. We can't go off of just feelings. We got to go off facts. No, pedophilia is wrong. How do we know that? The Bible says so. I want to be homosexual. I think that's wrong. You need to stop that. No, you need to start that. What do? We can't do that.
I think that's what kills me most with putting a name on a religion. I might live my life by what this book says.
Right.
I do live my life like that. I do live it as this book says. But I cannot put myself to put my name on it because I didn't watch kids from little. You could just see the
Jojo.
You can just see that they're gonna end up liking the same sex as from youngin. And you try to say like, nah, it's not. It's never gonna be that. You can sit there and same kids that go to church the whole time and they read the book and they live their life by the book. No matter what that kid is that. You cannot change that out of him. And you telling me that God is not accepting this man in his palace because of something that I feel like sometimes you're just born with that. There's nothing you can change about that. He grew up trying to live his life, dating girls, dating women, and at the end of it, when he came to his true self, he started dating men. That's been him. You can see it in him the whole time. Except he pushed and tried to, and he's not living his life in a happy manner because he's trying to be somebody that truly within him is not him.
Here, let me see this real quick.
I feel what you're saying, but it has to be order to everything. Because I can say the same thing about a murderer. You can go inside of a murderer's brain and you can see his brain waves and it's off from everybody else's. Same thing with homosexuality. It's off from everybody else's. And for some reason, the homosexual is all right, but the murderer, he got to go to prison for being himself. Is that okay?
He feel like it's right to kill people.
I gotta kill people, bro. I feel good when I kill people. No, there has to be this is discipline. When you go into the word religion, I believe that's what it goes back to. The root word goes back to a certain binding. It goes back.
I'm gonna try and get the etymology.
It goes back to a certain binding, right? Real quick, Captain. Go back to a certain binding, something that holds you back, right? That's what religion does. You have a discipline that holds you back from enacting wickedness. That's what most religions are for, to hold you back from doing certain things that this people do not want you to do. You see what I'm saying?
But you can live by a type of religion by still reading and gaining those into. You can still believe all of that and not put a name on it.
But no. My point, let's not forget the point. The point was dealing with homosexuality, and I equated that to murder. You have to have something that holds you back from enacting this wickedness.
My point of starting to say that whole sentence, or what I was, is the reason why I cannot put a name on it. That was my point of starting to say what the pedophilia was. Yeah, I don't believe either one of them is correct. But my point was to say God, the higher power,
right,
telling a homosexual he cannot be accepted into his home.
Yep.
Because of what he is.
Yeah.
But can say a murderer can be accepted into his home.
What are you talking about? You can repent from homosexuality.
So you said that if you repent and continue to do it,
that's not repentance.
No, that's not repentance. Go to 1 Corinthians 6:9.
Teach.
Give me Ezekiel 18:31.
He's supposed to repent. I get what y'all about to say. He's supposed to repent and then live his life and
You gotta turn away from it.
and he's supposed to live his life in unhappiness because that's not him.
No. Happiness. Here's what we gotta take away from ourselves. Happiness ain't all about what life is, bro. I can be on fucking drugs and be the happiest, go luckiest nigga around.
Yeah.
That's not
That's
what
not
life is
good.
about.
That's not what life is about.
If he's living his life to
Why
his
don't we
fullest,
all do drugs?
If it makes you happy, yeah.
Drugs make everybody happy.
No, it doesn't.
So why don't we all
A lot
do
of
it?
people do drugs and get depressed. A lot of people do drugs out of depression. It's not. I don't know. If you live in a box of people who never did drugs, I was raised by drug dealers. Grew up around drug dealers. Drug dealers doing drugs don't make them happy. I ain't never really seen too many people on drugs happy. But it is some that do make them happy. Just doing drugs. But that don't mean 9 times out of 10 the person who's doing drugs is not happy.
That's a good point. There's gonna be times where, and we can even go deeper. When a nigga is on them drugs, he usually feeling better and happy in a moment because he got the drugs. But as soon as the drugs is worn out, he back to reality. He back in real life and he got to deal with it. So he used the drugs to get away because he really is depressed. So I feel you on that. But people do use drugs to.
It is people that's living regular that do drugs and they're not doing it because they're depressed. They're not doing it. They just
I agree. It's situational. But my thing I'm gonna touch on is it's kind of like before, because it seemed like your belief in the way that you live your life is kind of centered around how you feel and what your ultimate goal is to feel happy and be joyful, and you know what I'm saying, that's how you
make others happy around.
that's how you choose to live your life. That's your belief. That's what you believe is right. We're saying, well, shit, our God didn't tell us that my life is about being happy and being joyful. That's not how we serve God. Because, hey, it could be somebody who's literally asking me for death, asking me to do something for him that's going to get him closer to death, that's really going to kill him. Whether it's a food that's unhealthy, whether it's a drug that's unhealthy, whether it's taking them somewhere and they finna go do they finna go fight or shoot that other nigga. And he'd feel like that's what I need to do to make him happy. My thing is, God never teaches us, look, this is how you serve me, by making yourself happy and other people around you happy. That's not what it's about. That's something that can come with it. He's not against happiness, but ultimately our goal is to serve the Most High. That's all it's gonna come down to. But your way of thinking, I don't know, what religion did you get that from? Where it's about happiness? Aztecs, you know the Aztecs are people. You know, they got in trouble for not serving God and keeping his commandments. That's why they got in trouble. That's why the Spaniards, that's why you sent the Spaniards over there to conquer them. That's why they all know Spanish now. All the Mexicans know Spanish now. Because they didn't serve the Most High God. They didn't keep his law, statutes, and commandments. That's for real. That's for real. Them niggas was doing all kind of.
That's cool. But I think the biggest point is the push. I hate the push.
What's the push? Yeah. That's
you know
what I wanted to touch on that.
What really it comes down to is the push of religion.
Yeah.
I hate the push of religion.
You feel like
I hate to sit there. I hate hearing somebody tell somebody else that the way that they believe is wrong.
Okay.
That shit is the most irkiest shit. Because
Okay.
you cannot sit there and tell somebody.
Because everybody feel how they feel, huh?
I feel like my God, my higher power.
I'm gonna tell you right now. A God. What does the word God mean? We believe, according to the Hebrew, the word God just means power. When it comes to power, when it comes to a damn king, we ain't even gotta go into the Bible. When it comes to a king, when it comes to a damn country, when it comes to a city, when it comes to a state, when it comes to any ruler in his own right, he's the nigga with the power.
How did explain this to me? How did your prophet?
My prophet?
Yeah. How did the prophet? How did they spread this word? Like, what's the best thing? But it was never a push, was it? It was just kind of like here, let me inform you, but also let me show you with my own actions.
That's another thing too.
How it's done, and a lot of religions don't do that. A lot of religions don't be like, well, I'm gonna also say this to you, but I'm also show you me doing it.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Me living this lifestyle. This religion does. I'm not saying like, you know what I'm saying, but it's a lot of religions that don't.
We don't identify. I wanted to touch on this too. We don't identify ourselves as a religion. We
Right.
identify ourselves as a people. Yeah, that's all it is. And our people, we have a God, and He gave us instructions. He gave us the breakdown. Look, stay away from this. Cool. Don't do this. All right, we got you. This is how we were supposed to structure and govern ourselves as a people. The law, statutes, commandments was just supposed to be just how we got laws in America. Stop at the damn stop sign, at the stoplight. They got laws. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. We literally have a God for our people. He's the God of all of the people, but He chose us to be His special people and to serve Him and get everybody else in order. So get what you was gonna get though.
All right, so I'm gonna grab two prophets, right? Two major prophets. This one is Christ. Luke 13 and 2.
Bring it out.
And Jesus answering said unto them, suppose ye that these Galileans were sinners above all the Galileans because they suffered such things. So these guys were murderers and these guys were thieves, right? Obviously the one that's committing murder is worse than a thief, right? I tell you, nay, but except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish. This is how they spread the gospel. Same thing we doing. This is how Christ literally said it. If y'all don't repent, you're gonna die. That's how they spread the gospel. Let me see this Ezekiel 3. Ezekiel 3. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. The Most High God speaking to Ezekiel. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou goest, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So the Most High God told Ezekiel, and speaking to Ezekiel, speaking to us basically in today's time, if you don't warn the wicked that they're gonna die, that wicked man still gonna die, but his blood I'm gonna require at your hand. This is how our high power operates. If you don't warn them in their wickedness to repent and stop doing evil, they're gonna die. And if you don't warn them, you're gonna die. And it goes on to say, but if you do warn him and he repents, all praises. If he doesn't repent, he's gonna die, but it's not. I'm not requiring it at your hand. That's how the Most High works.
So, so do you believe in things being right and then things being wrong? I think you do. Yeah. There's right and there's wrong.
Yeah.
So what do you base your right and wrong off of?
How it affects.
Say it again.
How it affects.
How it affects.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me more. I kind of get what you're saying, but kind of give me an example. I'm kind of getting it, but it's kind of like general. I kind of want to get a little deeper so I can understand that a little better.
It's a good example. Example of
How it affects other people.
how it affects other people and yourself. Kind of the right and wrong thing. It's not. Let's go to killing. It's not right to kill a man for stepping on my shoe. That affects him. That affects me. That affects his family. That affects. It's anything that has a domino effect.
Yeah.
Right, wrong.
Okay. So in a you use the situation as killing, we would all agree, and we would go to the law, statutes, and commandments to prove like it would be wrong to kill somebody for stepping on my shoe. But guess what? The next nigga, if we call somebody up here, we know niggas do it. We know niggas do it. So somebody else who could come up here and say, no, I'm completely in the right. He stepped on me. He touched me. I'm in the right to inflict harm on him. So now we have your opinion and he has his opinion. And it's like, where do we go with that? We can't go up. We can't really build anything because we got too many different opinions. We got too many chiefs and too many what? And not enough what? What is it? What the Captain Bar is? Yeah, we got too many chiefs, not enough Indians. We gotta have a solid foundation so we can actually build. Because you're gonna have your opinion, I'm gonna have my opinion, Jeremiah gonna have his opinion, Zion gonna have his opinion, and we just all gonna have opinions in here. That's why it'd be hard for women to get along. They got too many feelings and too many this, and I just felt like she was wrong, and but we actually need a foundation.
Right.
And the foundation can't be 10 gods
Right.
that said something at some point in there that kind of makes sense. We can't do that. We got to have a foundation and actually lay a good foundation. Like, this is worthy of building on. And our foundation is going to be Yahweh. It's going to be the law, statutes, and commandments. Because we're going to have a situation where you got an opinion, I got an opinion. He going to be like, fuck it. Crack open the law. What the Bible say. What did Yahweh say?
That's
he
right.
said you was right and I was wrong. Now I got to submit. That's how we settled. That's how we settled the tension. That's how we settled everything in our people, amongst our people. We had laws, we had statutes, and we had commandments. Not just any law, statute, and commandments that a random guy came up with, like you or me or them Mexican guy out of nowhere said, "Hey, we're gonna follow this. Hey, we're gonna." No, we got the law, statute, commandments that was given to us from Yahweh to govern the world, to govern our people. These is it. That's why do I feel like these is it? Prophecy. No other religion has prophecies like this. I mean, this is filled with prophecies. World War III, prophesied. Us being in Babylon the Great, prophesied. America, prophesied. Going into the Babylonians and being there as slaves, prophesied by Jeremiah. The Persian and Medes overtaking the Israelites, prophesied. Letting us go back home, prophesied. I mean, being in Egypt for 100 years, prophesied. I mean, the Greeks coming and overthrowing us, prophesied. Daniel 7, Daniel 8, prophesied. Daniel 2. It was these things are prophesied. They came to pass. Us being redeemed out of this captivity, prophesied. Us coming to America on cargo slave ships, prophesied. Us hating each other, prophesied. I mean, that's a broad prophecy. A lot of people can say that, but when we accumulate all of these prophecies, we got to deal with them. We got to deal with them. It talk about every group of people in here. Every group of people. When we go into Kemet, it don't prophesy about everybody. When we go into what's another religion?
We got the Quran.
The Quran, it don't talk about every group of people and what's gonna happen in the last days. You know what I'm saying? When we go into Hinduism, it don't prophesy about what's going to happen in the last days. It might make a broad statement about them if we lucky, but they don't really give us the breakdown. That's our stance. We standing on that with boldness.
Here's what they give you. A nail that sticks out gonna get hammered in.
Right? That's what the Japanese people live by that.
That's a good saying.
It's good.
It's a natural thing.
Yeah, it's a good one. You know what I'm saying? We deal with that. You know what I'm saying? We can take that. We'll say, look, that's good. That's good. You know what I'm saying? Here in America, everybody want to stick out like this, like sore thumb. I mean, everybody. People walking around with pink hair, red wig. She walking around in stilettos,
No, in fact,
booty shorts.
like,
I mean, up at, you know.
You go to somewhere like Switzerland and
It ain't
everybody's like, for example, on Christmas, they all put a star on their window. Every house you look at has the same star. Every house you look at has the same decorations.
Yeah.
Because that in Switzerland, at Christmas time, they that's how they use it. You have to America. Everybody's house has different colors on their house. Everybody wants to be different.
Everybody wants to be different. Everybody wants to be different. Okay, I want to grab one because he said something about unity. I know you probably, this wasn't what you had
I
in
got
mind.
till 5.
Okay.
You know, but I gotta drive and get my wife.
Okay.
Just keep it.
Zephaniah 2:1.
I love it. I be watching. I be looking at y'all little stuff on Facebook. I love y'all. I love y'all doing this.
Yeah.
I'm really only debating with y'all just to give y'all a debate. To be
Yeah.
honest.
And you're not even debating. You more so trying to see what niggas is on.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You know, see what y'all
That's fair.
come back and say. You know.
Yeah.
The book of Zephaniah. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Yeah.
Gather yourselves together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
Read.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
So we're the nation that's not desired. You take a Negro that look like me and you to Tokyo, not desired. You take us to damn Switzerland, it's gonna get shaky. You take us to damn. That's why we always in the ghettos, no matter where we go. We're in the poorest places. We are the poor. The scriptures, the definition of ghetto tells you it's a Jew. The Jews are always going to be in the ghettos. That's the definition for ghetto. We the Jews. We the Israelites.
That's
Everybody
right.
know. Everybody is coming into the realization that we the Israelites. But we're the nation that is not desired. People don't really got no love for us. You see what America did for the To the small hats? To the so-called Jews?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars. I mean, they're pulling it out of their
They
ass at
basically
this
running
point.
Hollywood, they're running
I mean-
America.
I mean, funding them. That's their people. They're the same people. They need somebody who's Confederate on that side of the world, for sure. We right here. They ain't never mess with us that hard. The only reason why they give us the little stuff that they give us is so their country can function. I mean, it was built off of us, but they don't desire us. Without us, without Native Americans, Mexicans, and Negroes, America would never have stood a chance. If we all was not even trying to. But you seen what they did whenever we had our own community set up in Tulsa. They came through and nuked us, destroyed us. Brothers putting money together for all kinds of businesses, our own networking. They said it circled how many times before it went to somebody else?
A lot.
A lot. Our money circling, they couldn't have that. They couldn't have that. My point is, we're a nation not desired by any other group of people. We're not desired. I mean, we would call ourselves Africans, African Americans. Real Africans, they do not mess with us. They would tell you, I'm not a slave, nigga.
Yeah.
They tell you, I'm not a damn slave. You a slave. But they know that we are not the same people. It's another verse on that. You still holding it?
The book is Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 2.
Bring it
So we
up.
gotta come together. Go ahead.
Before the decree bring forth.
Before what?
Before the decree bring forth.
Go ahead.
Before the day pass as the chaff. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
So we gotta come together before the Most High start making more prophecies come to pass. Because we already, people say, you know, Jesus gonna come back and we're gonna get beamed up and you kind of floating and it's a beautiful day, it's rays of glory shining. No, when you read the book, that's not how it's broken down. Go to Isaiah 66. He tell you when Hamashiach come back, our Savior come back, he gonna be destroying people. He gonna be running down on people.
66 and what?
15.
The book of Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 15.
Bring it up.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
So he gonna come with his fire and chariots. Chariots, you see that? Chariots is gonna be used as a weapon to destroy earth, to destroy people, for sure. Go ahead.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Like a what?
Like a whirlwind. To render his anger.
To do what?
To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
So he gonna come back with anger, with madness, with fury, like a whirlwind. None of this sounds good. Go ahead.
Verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the what?
The
And the
slain of the Lord shall be many.
He said the killing of the Lord is going to be many. Lots of bodies dropping. I mean, they talk about. We can go into some of these prophecies. We're not going to take up all your time, but we know that there's going to be evils that hit the earth. We know that people are going to stop sparing people. We know that the laws that govern America are going to be lifted, and people going to be fighting amongst each other. Whoever the strongest, it's going to be in your own might, your own whoever better. You know, you got doomsday preppers. You got people who left the military and they know that these days is coming. People who I mean, the smell of World War III is everywhere. You know, all of the different nations, they tell you that Americans is just a bunch of dumbasses. I mean, we caught up in everything. I mean, we in America. That's why other nations don't like America, because America got their fingers in everybody.
I traveled to Uganda, like Switzerland.
Yeah.
I've been to Switzerland.
Yeah.
I've been to other places.
And people-
see what people say about America.
What they say.
I'm like, that is crazy. That we're dumb. All we do is like violence. All we do is try to go in and be in somebody else's pocket.
Yeah.
It's all kind of.
That's facts. That's facts. People don't. The old Americans, like 100 years ago, 150, 200 years ago, they standing on America. We love America. You know, America is this righteous country, this God-fearing country. And you know, they got the American flag, and they let you know. They go fight the battles that America got. Anybody comes and make war against America, they would put their life on the line and die for America. No Americans is really moving like that no more. I mean, Everyone knows that America's government is just completely defiled and corrupt. Everyone knows now. Everyone knows. So all of these other nations, they know too. And the judgment that America has on its back, according to the Bible, the bounty that's on America is outstanding. And they're going to have to pay for all the things that they did. For one, the things that they did to our people.
Right.
The things that they did to our people. The Native Americans, the Negroes. If we just talked about just the Native Americans alone, they never paid for that. Never. If we just talk about just the Negroes, never paid for that.
They try to pay Native Americans back by giving them the toll money. That toll money is supposed to be their, what is that?
You telling me it's crazy? If we just talk about what happened to the Mexicans and what the Spaniards did to them, it's a book called Devastation of the Indies, and it's going into what they did to the Mexicans, bro. Horrific. Forcing religions on them. Horrific.
Shoot, even like Asians that came over here, they made them force them to sweatshops and do the railroad tracks.
Man, I learned about that in school. I need to go sharpen up on that again though. But I remember they was doing something though. I remember though. What time is it?
Man. I gotta
It's already
go.
5?
Yeah, man. It's
All right.
like
Hey, can I read just one
We gotta get you a flyer too.
Because I got a question. Do you really? Because I know you said you kind of hip on what we're doing. Do you really feel like that though?
Well, I really feel like what?
Like you was talking about, like it's kind of like my feelings and how I feel. Like I don't think it's really like that. And like,
Let's say I live my life. If it was the way I live my life, wise, I live my life by this would be the closest religion to how I live my life. But doesn't mean I doesn't take consideration to what others are doing. It doesn't mean I'm praising their God. My God doesn't have a name. I say they like what you praise my. I say higher power. Just because like I never want to push a religion onto someone else. I'll inform you about a religion. If you ask me about any religion, I'm gonna inform you about that religion off whatever you want to know.
You have made a mention about like you said if a kid has a sexual desire, then why change his happiness, right? But there's also children on that eat cotton. Right, they have documentaries on children that just like to eat cotton. So should you do it? Keep giving them cotton because he like to?
Not if that comes with the domino effect. That hinders what affects other people. You know what I mean?
So does a kid.
Being
Go ahead.
gay and liking another man, I don't think everybody should do it. No, and everybody won't because everybody doesn't feel the same way as that man does. If that doesn't affect you, me, him,
Well,
him,
it does.
him,
Does it bring STDs
to who?
to the people that are doing it? And ultimately death.
It brings it to them, and if they end up killing themselves and bring death,
Then so be
that's
it.
to them.
That's not
But
brotherly love.
That's not to affect. That's not to affect. Still doesn't affect you.
It affects you.
If you sitting there having sex with a woman, that's not having
So,
sex with a
I got
man.
a
That
question
doesn't affect you completely. I'm not having sex with a man.
I got a question.
You're not having sex with men.
I got you.
So if they're spreading it between men on men, that doesn't affect you.
I got you. But ultimately it does affect me, and I'm gonna explain why.
Okay.
Because if it's my son, if it's my child, it's my cousin, if it's my brother, and he's going around killing himself and other people. Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Hold on. What's your name? Poop. Okay, cool. Poop. So if brotherly love, this is what the Most High God has always told us, that we're supposed to have brotherly love one to another.
Right.
And if we think that doesn't harm us personally, it does.
Yeah.
It affects me and everybody else that sees you, because they're going to see you. Let's say a person that's doing that, they're going to see that and be like, oh, that's cool to do. And ultimately
Right.
more people are going to be influenced by what those people do. Whether you agree with it or not, it does influence other people. That's why they're
right.
going around having schools that are bringing in drag queens. Check this out. Hold on, check this out.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful.
What did the Bible say about your heart and your feelings?
The heart is
The
deceitful.
Bible, the God of all things, the one that prophesied everything, death, destruction, third world war, martial law. What did the God say? What did he say?
The heart is deceitful above all
He
things.
said it's deceitful. It's going to deceive you above everything. Your heart is going to deceive you above everything. This is why you can't. This is why you have a father. This is why you have a mother to tell you, hey, don't do that. Don't touch that fire. Don't eat that cotton. Don't eat that shit because it's not good for you.
Right.
Go off into another
And they tell you that 'cause
same-sex relationship because it's not beneficial for you or everybody else that sees you. It's not love. It's not loving your brother as you would yourself. I pray, Pooh, if you see me in some kind of, or going into some kind of danger, that you warn me. That's love. That's brotherly love. Check this out, Pooh. Pooh, I'm almost done. I'm gonna give it to you. Go ahead.
it says, and desperately wicked.
It said what?
And desperately
Your
wicked.
heart. This is the Bible said the heart is what?
Desperately
It says
wicked.
if you go on your own understanding, your heart is desperately wicked. It is trying to cleave onto something other than what the Most High God has told us. That's what we do, and I see it because it's in my family. So this is passion coming from my. I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to my brother right now, for real, my brother. I'm almost done. I'm gonna give it to you.
It says, desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Who can know it? The Most High God that created the heart, He's the one that knows it. The one that created all these things, good and the bad that we follow. He created everything, right? So we follow after the one that created us. We don't go off into other different beliefs and doctrines and different types of understanding because it's going to lead us into death.
Right.
It's going to lead a whole nation of people, and that's why the other nations laugh at us because we don't have it together. The officer said we're the only people that don't. We going and serving other different religions. You got 10. You say you can learn from every religion. Everybody don't believe that. You go over to Asia. What do they predominantly worship? Buddhists. So they don't operate like that. They have structure and order. They have something that they go by. We don't. We go and line up 10 black people, and they all serve and worship different things. You line up 10 Asians, they mostly worship the same thing, but us. And we're destroyed, brother, and that's all we're trying to tell you.
That's right.
That's
Actually,
right.
what I was about to say,
Go ahead.
It doesn't, to say it spreads STDs, STDs is not spread because they're gay. Their STDs are spread because.
Hold on, brother.
No, wait,
I'm
no,
telling
let me
you
finish.
personally.
Let me finish.
I'm going-
Let
go
me
ahead.
finish.
I call my brother right now.
STDs are spread because they are not using safe sex remedies. I can catch an STD from a female. I can catch an STD easy from a female. The same STDs that you can give from being, I'm gay, so now I'm having sex with this man, and now I got an STD that's not physically how you catch an STD. It's safe sex is what causes you not to have. So as your son being gay is not you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this. Yeah, you can still warn them. I can warn you not to walk in there because they all having a shootout, so you shouldn't walk up in there. If you still choose to walk up in there, you can walk up in there and get what comes to you as retribution.
We agree with that. You agree with that?
It's no telling. I can warn. Same thing y'all doing. Y'all out here warning people.
That's true.
But 9 times out of 10, most people are gonna go and still do whatever they want to.
We're not going to force you to do nothing. So we going to warn you.
But
I want to ask you, do you think that being gay is good, or do you think it's bad?
I don't have I don't believe it's bad or good. I don't believe.
Okay.
It's here with me.
Yeah.
I don't think
it's neutral with you.
Yeah, it's neutral with me.
Gotcha.
It doesn't affect me in no type of way to tell somebody not to do it. No, do I want myself to be gay? No, because it ends my legacy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It does end my legacy. I know that for sure. But I'm not. If my son ends up gay, I'm not gonna bash him about being it. I'm not gonna treat him different about being it, and I'm not gonna tell him he's going to hell because he's being it. I'm not gonna tell him he's gonna be damned because he's being it. Because why would I put that type of harm and type of
So you're not gonna warn
thing?
them?
That's a warning. Yeah.
Right.
No,
So
I'm not.
gonna
No,
warn
I'm not warning them about hell. I'm not gonna treat them any differently than what's
If
called,
he was-
because my religion doesn't tell the way I believe doesn't tell me to tell them. what's
What
called.
religion is that?
Yeah, what kind of
My religion is ominous.
Ominous?
What book is that?
What is that?
That, but it's a belief of all religions.
Your religion does tell you then.
I believe all the religions,
I mean, if you believe in all religions, this religion tells you
but not all,
not to
all
do that.
religions tell you to do that.
That's why we warning you the danger of that, because
But
they
but
contradict
like
each
I
other.
said, I don't believe that you're getting damned because that's the way you lived your life.
You gonna get judged.
Because it's
You
a
gonna get
lot
judged.
of it might be a judgment, yes, but I don't believe
We don't believe in eternal hell under the earth.
I know,
We don't
but
believe.
I don't believe that you can go into that and be like, what this is, what your life is over. That you have no happiness of being in this higher place because this is how you lived your life, and you could have did everything right. You could have not killed, not steal, not. But this one thing you did, and you like gay men. You like the same sex. Now, you can't get into the gates with that.
One quick question. In your religion, how do you get damned?
In my religion, you get damned by the way you lived your life, the way you fully lived your life. If you lived your life in a positive manner, you lived your life in a way to benefit, like the way any type of nation is to bringing each other together. I can sit here and bring my community together without forcing a religion on it.
But no. Real
I gotta
quick.
go quick, so
Real quick.
I'm really gotta kick my wife.
You don't need a religion to bring people together. You need order,
order, yeah.
right? Your religion teaches no order. My religion teaches order.
No. My religion,
Where is your order?
My religion teaches order because it has a state of knowledge.
There's no foundation.
Because most people who have order are the people who are reading and gaining knowledge. My religion tells you to go out and get knowledge. It tells you to go out and read and get an understanding of all these. If most, like school tell you to go out and read. My religion is telling you to read. And now, if my religion calls you to read your book and say, this is the best book for me, this is the book I need to stick with, because of that. My religion is telling you to go out and find that information out for yourself.
Real quick.
And learn it. Which other religions will tell you, like Christianity will tell you, read this book and only this book.
Real quick.
You know what I mean?
The reason why there's no order, and it is confusing, is because you just said your religion is all religions, and in this religion, you can't do certain things. But you just agreed, right? You see how confusing it is right now?
No.
You don't see how it's
He
confusing?
said no.
Come on,
Look, no, hear me out. Let me explain
I
it.
choose to
Let
live
me
my life.
explain.
Like I
Exactly.
said,
That's
because
confusing.
I choose to live my life with how the order of this
That's
book goes.
confusing.
That's confusing for you.
Because-
And that's confusing
because you're grabbing
and that's
at-
confusing for other people. But at the end of the day, if I never spoke these words out my mouth and told you that, you would have never been confused. You'd have never
Because
you'd have
you
never
wouldn't have
known.
brought confusion.
If we all couldn't speak and you took what I do on a natural day basis, you'll be like, that man is living his life in the way of God.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Know what. If you couldn't talk,
I wouldn't say that.
if we couldn't talk,
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, and I wouldn't think that. Why not? You don't abide by the laws of this book.
why not?
Why not? Because you don't.
Why not? If we couldn't speak, let
Yeah.
me go back.
If you couldn't speak, if you couldn't speak, I wouldn't think.
All legend.
I wouldn't think you're abiding by God's rules.
If
I wouldn't think you're living a righteous life. I wouldn't have to say it. I can see it. I don't have to say it. Oh, damn. Bro, not abiding by God's laws.
That's right.
You broke the Sabbath up here. Where's your
But
fringes?
that right there shows you would look off of things. I just said, if I was living, you gotta put you're saying as
You're living.
You're saying,
And
look,
did you buy and sell today? Did you buy and sell today?
I went and got gas.
Okay, you broke the Sabbath.
But look, I'm saying you're not listening.
That's
Listen to my
unrighteous.
words. I said, if we could not speak and I was living my life in the way of this book, and you see me doing it, you automatically thought I was living my way in the way of this book.
So you do.
I'm not saying now. I'm not saying right now. I'm not saying as in right now. I'm saying if we could not speak and I was doing it. So therefore, without me physically saying or you seeing it in the real time, if I was living my life in whatever mental way you feel like people should live my way in the way of this book, you would automatically think. But just because I was pushing it like that doesn't mean I was living it. If I was mute and living my life in the way of whatever way you think of it, and I could not tell you what my religion is, you would automatically think I was living it.
It's not true.
I'm be honest. You lost me through some of that. Some of that
That's
was
not true.
confusing.
I mean,
No,
like,
he's saying I can
because
explain it.
he's
I can
trying
explain
to
it.
say
Catch me up,
like
catch me
as a me right now.
I can explain
I'm
it.
saying like if
I can explain it. Hold on. I got you. He's saying that if we couldn't speak, and we just met him, basically, and we didn't see your everyday life, but you're living in it, you wouldn't know that, we wouldn't know that you're living in it, right? We wouldn't be able to tell that you're living in it because you didn't speak it. And I said, that's not true. You wanna know why? Because a lot of the times a religion has a dress code, that's one. A lot of times religion has a dress code, ours have a dress code. Number two, you can tell a monk is a monk because he's not speaking. He's mute, and you can tell by what he's doing. Yeah, you don't gotta talk to you, he can't talk. He's on a vow of fucking silence, right? I can tell what he's doing. Right now, is that 100% factual? No. And guess what? It doesn't matter if I can see you're living it or not. Who the hell care what I think? I don't give a damn what I think. What does the Most High God think?
Right. That's right.
That's what matters. That's the point. Brother, I'm not going to judge you on. I can't stone you right now. I can't bring judgment on you. There's only one that can, and He will. That's the warning.
But you are. But by sitting there telling me I cannot.
You know what judgment is?
Cannot have my way because it's caution to.
You know what judgment is? When you sit in front of the judge and he sentenced you to such and such. I ain't give you no sentence. You know what I just did? I just warned you. Go ahead, Cap.
Just real quick, you can keep it. It's like he's putting forth action on you, but all he's doing is warning you, just like a brother would. Hey, bro, don't drink that. You know what I'm saying? You had too much. That's a warning. That's not judgment.
No, a warning.
So all he's doing is warning you.
A warning is not telling you. The warning is not telling you.
If I say, hey, bro, if you go down the street,
is not like if I sit there and be like, hey, bro, don't run in that street because you're going to get
that's a warning.
That's
not
warning.
judgment.
That's a warning.
Yeah,
the way I worded that was a warning. To say you cannot is not a warning.
You cannot run into that QT.
Not.
Look, you cannot run into that QT. If you will, you'll die. What is that?
That's a warning.
No,
come on,
no, that's not a warning.
Come on, man.
Hold on. Listen to what he said. You heard what he said?
The way he worded the other sentence was not a warning. So sit there and say, you cannot believe in I can't even word it. The way he worded it was not a warning. He did not say believe. If the way he worded it, I cannot think of how he worded it.
Hey, before you go, you got our YouTube?
Yeah,
I
send him my dude. I used to hang with this guy every day, bro.
Hey, bro, it's good, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Well, holla at you,
I'm glad
man.
he came over, man.
Hey, bro got the flyer, I think.
He said,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Man, Poop yoked up. We used to kick it for sure. That's tough though. When he started going on this tangent right there, I would, you know me, I'm good at following brothers, man. He cooked me up right there. I didn't know what bro said. But look, too much. But look, this is what he's saying. When it comes to being an American, everybody is gonna say amen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's it. That's literally America's doctrine.
Yeah,
that's literally it. He think he owned a wave that's really the one, but he not. He owned the one that they gave him.
He gonna have a lot of followers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you start teaching that, preaching that, people going. Don't. Hey, that would be considered. Teach me. Let me get Isaiah chapter 30, Baba Kashan. Isaiah 30. You can use my sword, brother. You can use that one, brother. It's a good one. Isaiah 30 and verse 10.
It's Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
Which say unto the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, but speak unto us smooth things.
Do what?
Speak unto us smooth things.
One more time.
Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits.
That's the doctrine at the end of the day he is going to come with. Because he's going to tell you, look, if you feel like being gay, it's okay. Those are the smooth things that America taught us it was okay. But the problem is we can't go off of how we feel. Esau he heard that and felt it, huh? On all three kids, the Edomites said, score.
He went like this, black power.
He said black power with that one, huh?
The guys right now, like,
That's problematic. It's too problematic. He said he's basically I'm omni-religious, poly-religion. Brother deal with all of the religions. The problem is you can't fully serve each one of those gods and those religions because they have different standards for how they want to be served. They have different rules. So if you can't serve the God of the Bible, you already told us, no, I'm not serving him because he said you can't be gay. You already admitted, well, you can't serve him. You can't. You just can't. You can't serve this God over here. You can't serve this God over here and serve this. You can't serve two gods. Aharon said that early in the dialogue. Early in it. Early in the dialogue, you cannot serve two gods. I mean, you can't.
Cannot.
That's not the breakdown. In our religion, you can't serve other gods. His religion is I can serve all gods. You can't touch this no more. You gotta drop it. That goes against this whole religion. That's like rule number one to this religion. In most religions, I'm God. You can't deal with no other gods. You in Islam, you Muslim, you can't have no other God.
Right.
You gotta just serve Allah. And when you go into Hinduism, they got a billion gods, right? Ain't that the religion? They got so many gods. They got a damn God for the damn pavement.
Stop. Hey, this goes off into what you was talking about too. Just read verse 1 and we're gonna jump.
All right, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1.
Bring it up.
This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Now jump to verse 5.
Okay, 5. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power
And
thereof.
that's what that was. Like, he believes in all gods. He believes in all religion. So it has a form of godliness, and that's why he will win over a lot of people with that belief and understanding, because a lot of people will rock with it because he's into all beliefs. Because if it sounds right and it feels right and it doesn't hurt nobody, but it really does, it's okay to rock with it.
Verse 7. It says, ever learning and never able to come into the knowledge of the truth.
That's a good one.
That's a good
And the
one.
brother's whole religion is to
Right.
go get knowledge. Brother, that's not how you serve. Yahweh never said that.
Yeah.
That's not the breakdown for our God. You're dealing with all of these gods. This God tell you not to do that. You don't need all of the knowledge in the world to serve Yahweh. You can be a bag of rocks.
Hey,
I mean, as dumb as a bag of rocks and serve God.
Yeah.
hey,
Just don't break the commandments, and you in good shape. It's not about who got the most knowledge and who got the most this. It's like a measuring contest with your rod. God not for that. Just obey God. You good.
beautiful.
I got a precept too real quick. This is Proverbs 29 and 18.
Bring it out.
It says, 29 and 19, I'm sorry. It says, it's 29 and 18. Proverbs 29 and 18.
Bring it out.
Where there is no vision, the
No
people
people
perish.
perish.
But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Now, I kept speaking on happy, right? And I'm not saying, when I was speaking on that, I'm not saying that brothers in this so-called religion isn't happy. We just read it. He that keepeth the law, happy is he. But people always trying to use that happiness as the foundation.
Not the foundation.
It's not the foundation. You're going to be happy whenever you're fulfilling your purpose. That's what you're going to be. When you fulfill your purpose, you're going to be happy. If you're not, you're going to be in a state of depression. That's just what it is. If you're not doing what you were created to do, you're not going to feel right. That's just what it is. But using happiness, that's what women do. I'm not happy. And they go everywhere. I don't feel happy, and they go everywhere.
Hey, that's important, because a relationship will be over because women base things off of their feelings and their emotions.
Yeah.
So you got to know how to just coast, just be
Yep.
cool, just chill.
Just chill.
Hey, it's time to just chill. We might not be on the best seeing eye to eye, but we gonna get through this.
Yeah.
As always, a brother day.
Men have to go to war. Men have to go to war. You telling me 30 niggas is walking around saying, well, I'm not happy with it. I kind of don't feel well, man, I'm not happy.
Maybe there's some good guys over there.
Right. And they kind of waving their hand and they, hey, man.
They declare war.
Yeah.
And we in there happy and just.
We're sending smile emojis with, you know, come on, man, we're happy.
Hey, and that's why the other nations laugh at us, laugh at Americans, because there's a lot of homosexuals.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing.
Happy,
I believe Sakari went over it. It's damn near virtually impossible to what do they used to do? They used to recruit people. I believe my granddad got recruited for war. What is it called when you get recruited for drafting? Virtually impossible to do a draft because everybody is out of shape. Everybody's out of shape and emotional and soft. These niggas can't go to war. This is not back in the day, like where you seen. I'm literally getting this from Sakari, where they, you know, you had the white boy with the cigar and he had the mullet and he in the garage and he kind of hitting the weights and he kind of looking for the honeys. No white boys like that nowadays. These niggas worry about glucose levels. These niggas worry about their sugar. Ain't no strong men. Everybody's overweight and everybody is soft. That's what it is. It's damn near virtually impossible to get a draft because niggas is trying to be damn happy.
Yeah.
I'm trying. You think niggas in Ukraine is worried about being happy? They're trying to survive. People getting blown up.
I'm sure that they're not basing all of their decisions off if it makes me happy. That's the problem.
At some point in time, you have to be a man and you have to base it off discipline and duty. That is it. Duty. Officer has something before you go.
I was gonna say, I saw where they had to change the boot camp tactics.
Yeah.
They actually got where you got a card, like a safe card.
Yeah.
If it's too hard for you, you can use that card to opt out.
They can throw the flag up. Go ahead.
Damn, what does that woman keep saying?
Yep.
That's crazy.
You can throw the flag in there.
Yeah,
You can throw the flag on the play, huh?
Pineapple.
They need to get him out of there for real, though. You can't do that in real war. You can't say, look,
Yeah. Guys, this is
can't
getting
get-
too hard.
You can't sub out.
Time out, okay? This is not like basketball. No. Shit hit the fan, people are dying, people are blowing up, right? You have duty. Go ahead.
Men have become lovers of their own selves, and that's, you love yourself. That's what it goes down to.
Yeah.
That's not a selfless act. That's kind of selfish. I mean, parents, they'll say, that is kind of weird. Parents will say, I'll do anything to my kids, right? But if they had that towards God, then that'd be good. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a second.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 6.
Check it out.
But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Now, I know I would tell a story about this scenario when I worked at the casino. They would tell you that you have to take a vacation. You don't have an option. You can't wait until the next year. You can't roll it over. You must take a vacation. Why is that? Why do I have to? I ain't got no option. Why do I have to do that? Because you would be overly stimulated if you didn't. People would commit suicide if they didn't. Because you can't just constantly live in pleasure. You can't just always go based off of how you feel. And this is how Americans are. This is why you said we fat and lazy. We can't even do a good draft because a lot of people wouldn't make it, right? So we can't live off of just pleasure. We got to understand there's a form of discipline that we got to follow. And that's going back to the law, statutes, and commandments, which is the discipline. And that's what disciple means. Following, having the discipline of your master, following after the discipline of your master. But hey, if you live in pleasure,
Dead
it's as good as dead.
Can I touch on something?
Bring it
One
up.
of the points that was messing with me the
Come in the
most
way.
was that how he views being gay and it not being wrong. When he says he deals with all religions, we don't even gotta go examine every single religion. We got one right here. The God of the Bible says you cannot do that. I should have asked him what religion tells you that you can. We should have challenged him on that. What religion teaches that you can?
For real.
Because he's saying the domino effect. No, there's a big domino effect when you got homosexuality in the play. You are prone to diseases. We're not going to say every single time, but you're prone to it. And we know that the Most High will give you over to that. He can do that. He can do it with a female too, but he can do that with a male. The problem is the scriptures tell you how to love your brother, how to love your people, how to love your nation. And he wants to move in a spirit where he loves himself and he's at peace and he's happy, and then he loves everyone around him.
And whatever they do is okay.
It's very problematic and contradicting whenever you say you want to do things to love your people and to love your brother or love a sister when you're for homosexuality, because it doesn't benefit your nation at all. How does men sleeping with each other benefit? I mean, it goes against the natural, it goes against nature. It goes against every grain that should not be going against. I mean, it just goes against it. And the main problem I'm having is if you're omni-religious and you believe in all of these gods, you can't be. You just can't be. You know what you're going to end up doing? You're going to pick and choose from every religion what you're going to follow. So that means you can't really serve one God. You can't really serve that guy how he's supposed to be served. And I want to challenge, I really want to challenge the idea of which God is really for, oh, he going to go to Egyptology. We got it. Boom. Drop mic. Told you. Okay, but now we got a problem though. Which God you going to serve? You going to choose Yahweh or you going to choose whatever God they serve? It just don't work.
I mean,
it's too problematic. You can't be omni-religious.
That's right.
That's literally James 1 and 5. Or 1 and 8. Can you grab that real quick? James 1 and 8. James 1 and 8. So if y'all don't learn anything, learn this. You cannot serve two gods. You can't.
This is James chapter 1 and verse 8.
Yep.
A double-minded man.
Hey, what?
A double-minded man
Read.
is unstable in all his ways.
keep reading. Read the whole Bible.
That's what the book say. That's what it say, right? And
He got too much knowledge.
that nigga got so much knowledge, I don't want it.
I don't want that.
I don't want all that knowledge,
I don't
right?
want all that knowledge. If it's gonna have me serving another guy, I'm cool.
Here's the problem. Here's what we should have met him with, but I forgot about it. I forgot to think about it. Bestiality. We should have met him with bestiality. And it reminded me when you said Kemet. Boom, you got us with the Kemet. Okay, cool. You have sex with animals in Kemet. That what we do. You not finna argue with a nigga about if that bring diseases or not. It does. What do we? That make that nigga happy though. I seen a man run up in a horse. He's happy.
He enjoying himself.
He's enjoying it.
Hey, it's not hurting nobody.
Yeah, it ain't a domino effect. Damn horse is in pain and crying, and you that's wicked, and that's abominable, and that's the problem. That's the problem when you have no foundation and it's just completely chaotic. He didn't understand that.
There was no foundation.
No foundation.
They said the foundation was, what did he say? Knowledge?
I don't know.
What'd he
Something
say?
like that.
He said the foundation is knowledge. My religion tell me to go out and get knowledge. That's the foundation.
And that's great. Here's the thing. People think knowledge is always good. No, it just means you know something. That's all.
Hey, the Bible teaches you sometimes it's better not to know.
Sometimes better not to know. Knowledge just means you know about something. Pedophiles found out that they can do pedophilia. Is that good knowledge? No. Well, damn, brother, he in the same box as you. Y'all got knowledge. Now, I'm not calling the brother a pedophile. I'm not doing that. But that type of thinking opens up doors like that. It opens that up. And then when I meet him with, okay, so if somebody was a pedophile towards your child, well, I'm not saying, there can't be a repercussion. No, nigga. Then that means he can't do that. That's what that means. He cannot do that. Judgment will fall upon him. But me saying, if you do this, you going off, well, brother, you can't judge.
The judgment, that judgment, his position on judgment got yanked up quick.
You can't judge, brother.
He said, you can't tell somebody not to do something. That's judgment. They said, brother, that's warning. He said, what you said was judgment.
That don't make no damn sense. People lost the definition of judgment. That's the thing. For your religion to be knowledge, you got to have knowledge on these words. Judgment is meaning, or judging is meaning a judgment is happening to you. An act of judgment. That's what it is. You weigh it in the balance. That's judgment. Boom. This happened, so this happened because that happened.
Little do he know, he judges. Yeah. He judges just like he made the judgment, hey, I'm not going to be gay. I'm going to get me a wife. Because I feel like homosexuality isn't right. You judging. You made that judgment that, hey, I think it's good for me to be with a woman. You judge. And you judge other people too by the same standard. You won't tell them to their face like, hey, bro, that's wrong. But you made a judgment and say, look, bro, I think it's better for men to be with women. You make the same judgments all day. All day. All day. You just don't want to call that judgment.
1:30.
Yeah, that's all it is. Your foundation cannot be based off feelings. It can't be based off goddamn happiness.
Or 10 gods.
It can't be based off the damn pantheon that's going into damn Greek pantheon, Egypt pantheon, damn coexisting. You can't coexist. That's not how it works. Our God literally ordered us to go and destroy a people because of what they were practicing. Their names are the Canaanites. What do we say? The Canaanites was happy. The niggas was happy. The niggas had the best land on earth. They was happy. Y'all seen them Hamites dance? They got rings all on their neck, just jumping and shit. Y'all seen them dance? They happy. And judgment is coming to them. Esau was happy having us in captivity. What do we say then? What do we say then?
Slave niggas.
Yeah.
Hey, so we shouldn't judge them though.
Yeah, they're happy. They're in happiness.
So our forefathers who was picking cotton, all men as a slave or two, we shouldn't judge those people for oppressing them.
No, they were happy. They shouldn't be damned because they lived their life to their fullest.
Or raping the man in front of his family. We shouldn't judge him because that made him happy.
Well, did he have a smile on his face? He was happy.
That don't work.
That don't make damn sense.
That's not a universal breakdown.
It's not that's bad. It's not responsible. That's a very irresponsible religion that he's in.
Childish.
Very irresponsible.
And we know the spirit he moving in and trying to move in. And he think that that's real love. That's not real love. That's not love.
He's too busy trying to be politically correct.
Because at the end, he didn't have true brotherly love.
No.
He wouldn't tell his brother or even judge his brother whether it was right or wrong for him to do that.
No.
He wouldn't try to keep him out of harm's way because, hey, I seen brothers go down this way, and I tell you, at the end of this road is death. Don't do it. He's not going to do it because they're happy in that.
Yeah, he's not gonna do it. When me and Mahar talked to some old head like that. Yeah,
that popped up in my head too.
We was talking to an elder like
that.
that.
What's the fest over there in
Is it Creek Fest?
Yeah.
Creek Fest.
Man,
We was talking to the elder.
The first or second year we was out there.
Yeah, it was
Talk
crazy.
about it.
We talking to the elder, and he got on some judgment time. Yeah, 2 elders. He got on some judgment time. He was like, I never judge you. I said, what? Because, we looking at it, warning. That's what we always explain it. It's warning. No, you're judging. I said, okay, if you see your brother about to jump off the roof, are you going to tell him, no, stop, don't do that? He said...
You said bridge. I'm going to jump off a bridge.
Jump off a bridge.
Suicide.
He said, well, I would hope he wouldn't.
He said, I would just hope that he wouldn't do it. You're not going to try and talk your brother from You're not gonna try and stop your brother from smoking himself.
Shit, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna grab his ass. I'm gonna get close to
Trying to
grab
save
his
him.
ass.
That's judgment.
He said, well, I would just hope that he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Bro.
And that's how they.
What kind of
That's
sucker
how they.
shit is that?
That's how they love their neighbor. That's how they're taught to love their neighbor. I
And
wouldn't
I wish you
judge.
didn't do
Ah,
That's the elder.
damn.
That was the elder. No, this is the breakdown from an elder. From a, hoary
I
head
hope
brother.
he wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
man.
I just hope you wouldn't do it. Imagine what
They was
he's
trying to pull
teaching.
the Paul cards out.
Yeah. But guess what? Guess what he's teaching? He's teaching his kids that, and his kids learn that, and he's teaching his kids that. But it ain't no damn domino effect. Everything cool and damn jolly because niggas is happy.
That's so bad.
Man, to hell with that. That don't make no damn sense. So his next kid is gonna learn, well, I'm not gonna warn him about him destroying himself. That's judgment. And damn it, if he's happy smoking cigarettes, by all means, let him.
Right. I don't want to judge him in the way that he lives.
Bro, no. I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of people, a lot of men couldn't be my friends. A lot of men could not be my friend because I have a close friend and I get on his helmet almost all the time. He do stupid stuff. You can't do that. You cannot do. You're gonna end up here, here, and here. You're gonna come out of this much money and this much money. And he accepts it. But a lot of men, a lot of niggas will be on, bro, you not happy for me? I'm happy. Nigga, you retarded. You're gonna die. You're gonna end up in jail. But I'm happy. Take your happy ass to jail. Go ahead.
Hey, I need brothers that love me so much that they willing to beat me up. If I'm going too far, nigga, I need brothers that'll kick me or punch me in my face or something. Like, bro, you being stupid.
Yeah. That's what it takes. But everybody is basing it off of feelings, basing it off of the flesh. Because when you look in the scriptures, the flesh and the heart, they're synonymous. That's what it's basically what it's going into. Right? That's why it says your heart is deceitful above all things. It's your mind, your flesh. My flesh want to do this. I want to go live out my desires. I want to go do this. I want to go do that. I want to go do that. That's what your flesh wants. Your spirit don't want that because your spirit knows what's right. No, you can't do that. You do that, you're gonna die. You may not die physically, but guess what? You're gonna be dead. Which is why I was explaining the whole drug situation. If you're on drugs, guess what? When they take those drugs, because he was saying not everybody that takes drugs is happy, blah, 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 blah. Well, why are they looking for the next drug? Why are these niggas still on the search? When that high come down, I gotta find something. They go so. Let me tell y'all what I heard. I heard this man explaining. He said, "What's the craziest thing you ever seen out here?" He said, "I seen a woman have sex with a dog for $5." He said, "I seen a woman have sex with a dog for $5." That's what this is irresponsible teaching that brother came up with. I seen a woman have sex with a dog for $5. Why? Why do you think she needed $5? She wanted to get some drugs. She wasn't happy off the drugs. She needed the damn drugs to make her happy.
That's crazy.
But guess what? That's not true happiness. That's not true happiness. Like I said, when you're not fulfilling your role, your purpose, you're not going to receive true happiness.
And we need men that's gonna hold other men accountable.
Man, I was thinking that in my head, what he came with, there's no... What the brother came up with, mind you, I spent a lot of time with Poop and another guy named Tate. But there's, with that kind of thinking, if all of us thought that way, the way Poop thought, there would be no place for correction and there would be no place for accountability. There would be none of that. Why? Because I can't tell him right from wrong. Shit, I don't even really know what's right from wrong. There's no authoritative. There's nothing that's authority. We all authority. We're all authority. There's no higher that we can go to.
Brothers trying to hold other brothers accountable would look like judgment. Right. You trying to hold me accountable, brother?
Yeah.
You
You
judging
judging me. That's
And I don't like that feeling.
No,
it's a
that's-
negative vibration, brother.
That's
You know what I mean?
no, bro.
Yeah, he about to
weird
like,
seas are
he about to put on his
Bro, that's a weird
demon hat right
Hey,
there.
and
Bro,
that's
hold on,
why-
say that again. That was the key. That was so. That was
Negative.
God, it's like, you know, hey, don't judge. Hey, accountability feels like judgment. And that's what a lot of people feel. That's how a lot of Americans feel. We are out here judging, but we're actually warning. This is actually love. This is actually the love of God that we are. They don't understand the difference. That's why you did the lesson. They don't understand the difference between judgment and warning. So we had to give them a quick breakdown on what warning and judgment looks like. So because our brother would take that's outside of the world and that loves the world, they're gonna be like, hey, holding me accountable is going to look like judgment. It's going to feel like judgment. Hey, you shouldn't do that because, you know, I don't feel right. So we start going off into how we feel and like it becomes it becomes feminine.
That's exactly why he had a problem with dealing with my last breakdown when I said you cannot go into QT or you're gonna die.
Yeah.
He felt like that was judging.
Yeah.
He didn't even know that point right there is a warning. I feel like you're judging. It just feel like it. And that's why he had a problem with it. He was like, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Brother, that's damn effeminate.
Yeah.
That's soft, brother. What is the facts?
Yeah.
What is the damn facts?
Hey, and that's why we need to do more lessons on being a man.
Yeah.
Going into being a man,
Yeah.
because that's lost. That's a lost art. Like you're supposed to be a man, bro.
Niggas done forgot all about. Real quick,
I think you'll be perfect.
I teach.
Hey, we can get on.
He said we can get on it.
The
I've
series
definitely done
continues.
lessons
Yeah. This is something I teach my wife. I teach my wife.
on. Right.
I be teaching my wife that, like I've been saying all day. I tell her, look, babe, emotions and feeling and happiness is not the foundation of our relationship. That's not. You have a duty in this relationship. I have a duty in this relationship. God damn it, if I'm not happy in this relationship, guess what? I still have to provide. I have to.
Still got a job to do.
I still have a. If I'm not happy, does that mean I leave my children? I'm not happy here.
Hey,
Oh.
let me get in. And women won't. I'll speak for myself. I know women, a lot of women, who think they want their men to be more in tune with feelings. If I got the captain clapping for me, I did something right. All right. Next, I gotta get that Hawaiian approval, man. If his hands come out of his coat, we close up camp. Once that happens, we close up camp, and it's finished. All right. Women think that they want their women to be more tapped in with their feelings, more tapped in with the emotions. You know what I'm saying? More feminine, more sensitive, kind of. They think they want that. But all of those pros that they want from effeminate men and more, because what they think they're gaining is just, you know, romance. You know, he's nicer. You know, he kind of talk game still.
Hey, honey.
Hey, he's pleasant. But what you're not considering is what comes with that. What comes with emotions. What comes with feelings. It's you doing something I don't like and me walking my ass out that door. Because I feel like something. I feel like I don't want to be with you no more. That's what that comes with. I don't feel like being your husband today. That's what that comes with. I feel like uppercutting you. That's what that comes with. I feel like I get
Disclaimer.
spinning back fist because I feel like that inside, and no one can tell me that my feelings are wrong. And look, I feel like that inside, deep down in my heart, and no one can tell me my feelings are wrong.
I feel like me hitting you is gonna make me happy.
Now we back to proof.
Hey, hey.
How is that?
I feel you gonna, and you trying to judge me about that?
You can't judge him.
Is that how I feel?
What's wrong with you?
Right? He's happy.
Let him happy. He living.
Why we're equating these two things so people can understand. Poop's position was primarily standing on feelings.
Right.
How he feels. How and how other people feel and how they can be justified because that's how they feel. A lot of times women justify their behaviors based off of what? Their feelings, not facts, not the scriptures, not authoritative. They're going off how they feel. Feelings change. Just like the moon. One day is like this, guess what? Tomorrow the moon gonna look like this. And that's how it is. That's why it's so dangerous. And everyone can have feelings on anything. We don't get nowhere like that. We need to have a solid foundation. And for the women, if any women are, I know what y'all mean, but you got to understand you got to be more precise in what you wanted from your husband.
Right.
You don't want your husband to be effeminate. You don't want him to be moving strictly based off his feelings. You don't want an emotional man. You don't want that. Because it doesn't just come with romance. Because that's at the end of the day, they kind of thinking about, he's going to make me feel good. He's going to make me feel this way. He's going to make me feel like butterflies again. We're going to love each other. We're going to feel, feeling. You feel that? I'm feeling it. We are feeling in love. But what comes with that, it got pros and cons, man. Understand that.
You want to say something, yeah?
Man, I did real quick, and I know. Hey, did you want to say something?
Yeah.
Before I go, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a saying in the world, my feelings are justified. Or your feelings are justified. No, not every time your feelings are justified.
Hey, hang out right here. Hang out over here, brother. Hang out over here. Real quick.
Like if we learn,
Just hold on. Just hold tight for a second.
that's all.
Go ahead.
If we learn that,
Brother, listen.
if you learn that your feelings can legit not be justified, you know what I'm saying? Then you would get far in life. And then also, being uncomfortable builds a man. It's okay to be uncomfortable. If what Aharon was saying to him made him feel a type of way, that's gonna be natural because you're getting cut. You're gonna feel the cut. But he wasn't mad about the cut. He was mad about him trying to cut him. That's where the effeminate comes in. So if you're supposed to feel shame. If you did something shameful, you're gonna be broke down. That's fine. But if you're emotional about him correcting you, then that's not where that
act of it. I get what you're saying.
the whole thing. So he can feel that way, but you have to understand how to go about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, real quick. I know. I'm gonna get your brother real quick, but one of the things that I had the hardest time, and what you were saying was on point, because women want a man that is in touch with his emotions, and they still want the masculinity, and you can't have that. Hey, trying to get bro, when it came to affection, I was lost. I was alien to that. I don't understand. I'm telling you, I felt like dumb as hell. I'm talking about, this is the language and I'm trying to learn. I don't understand what you're saying. I need to be more, how's that being more effective? I don't know.
Hey, I asked my wife that. She like, this would be nice. I'm like, so is this how I be affectionate?
You can't have both, bro. You can't have both.
The breakdown ain't there yet.
Yeah, you can't have both.
You know what it gotta be? You kind of just gotta feel it.
You gotta feel it.
But that's the thing about being masculine. I don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. They can't have it both. They can't have
It's tough.
a female and he's masculine at the same time. You gotta have one or the other and learn how to live with it. Learn how to deal with it.